Hi guys. I am actually here still at school, so I decided to record. So guess what? I can go home and not be stuck on a computer all this time. I realized my video was very long yesterday, and I'm going to try to get 2 lessons in today, so I can't be that late. And I already know if I go home and I do it with Chloe there, and she distracts me, and my other son distracts me, I'd rather just do it here at school. So sorry, no Chloe today, no Gaia, no the rest of my Halloween stuff. But tomorrow for sure, I'll make another video where you can see the rest of my stuff because it was hard to see with the lighting in there with these Chromebooks were not that great. But we are going to do lesson, what are we at? Lesson 10 right now. So I am going to share my screen. And yes, I've been watching what you guys have been doing. Okay, so we're moving on to our last 2 lessons. These are the last 2 lessons that I'm going to teach you on math. After these 2 lessons and Friday's test, I will no longer be doing math. I am sad about it. I like math. I really do like math. I would have liked to have kept on doing math, but I'm moving on to something else, which I hope is going to be fun because we're going to be more creative. We're going to work together and do writing stuff. But hopefully it'll be a lot better after next week. All right, so we're moving on to multiplication up to 4 digits by single digit numbers. We have been doing that this week. We're going to move on to our fluency. Say the number in expanded notation. In expanded notation. This one we're going to do together. So you're going to say the number in unit form. So here are our discs. We got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. There's our 5 times 100. Then we have our 3s. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30. We got the 3 in the 30s place. It's in the tens. Then 2, 1, 2, 2 in the ones place. So this is what it looks like in expanded notation. Here's the next one. So now with your whiteboard, draw the expanded notation form for this number. If you're not ready, pause it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have our 400, 100, 200, 300, 400. That's how you write it in expanded notation. Then we have 110, 110, and then we are in our ones place, we have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we put 5 times 1. That is our expanded notation. Here's the next one. Write it on your whiteboard. If you need more time, you can pause it. 3, 2, 1. We have 200, 100, 200. This is how we write an expanded notation. We have nothing in the tens, so we do not put 0 times 10. Don't put anything. There's nothing there. So we go straight into our ones. So in the ones, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that is how you write an expanded notation. Here's the next one. Do this one. เด็กก็ใส่รีโมท Okay, if you need more time on it, pause the video now. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we have 3 in the thousands, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We have 2 in the hundreds, 100, 200. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Let me fix it. What? Yeah, let me fix all of this. You won't have to deal with these silly mistakes anymore. Okay, let's start that over. We were at 2. We have 4 in the tens place, which is 40. And then we only have 1 in the ones place, which is 1. That's how you would write it in expanded notation. Here's the next number. Write it on your whiteboard. If you need more time, pause the video now. And 3, 2, 1. Let's see if this was correct. We have 2 in the thousands place, 1,000, 2,000. That's how you would write it. We have nothing in the hundreds place, so we move on to our tens place, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the fives. Tens place, sorry. And then we have 1, 2, 3 in the ones place, so that's how you would write your expanded notation. Moving on to fluency. What's 2 times 2? 40 times 2. 300 times 2. Remember, just look at the number. What's 3 times 2? 6 plus 2 zeros, 600. Now, using your whiteboard, write this problem. Okay, if you still need more time, you can pause the video at 3, 2, 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. So your answer is 384. What's 2 times 3? What's 30 times 3? What's 100 times 3? Okay, now work that one out on your board. If you need more time, pause the video. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? This is that empty room down by the fourth. Yeah, that's okay. Bye-bye. Right, sorry about that. Okay, and that is not correct. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Last couple of slides. Dealing with this. That's 6, that's 90, that's 300. Now work this one out. If you need more time, pause the video in 3, 2, 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Your answer is nope. That's not correct either. This should be a 3 because 1 times 3 is 3. Oh, okay, now it's correct. Okay, next one. What is 4 times 1? 20 times 4. 200 times 4. And work that one out. If you need more time, pause the video in 3, 2, 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So the answer should be that is also, oh my goodness. All the mistakes on this one. It should have been 848. Wow. You just know that even adults make mistakes. Adults make mistakes. Okay, next one. 3 times 4 is 12. 10 times 4 is 40. 200 times 4 is 800. Now work this one out on your board, even though it's not the same number that's on the side. Let's do the one that's on here. Okay, if you are not done, pause the video now in 3, 2, 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. Why does it look like we already did this one? And 4 times 2 is 8. I'm getting sad. Good thing that's the last one. That should have been 848 again. I don't get it. Maybe she's having one of her kids do it. I don't know. All right, fluency. Yay, moving on. Okay, 327 times 7. So that's the expanded notation to it. Go ahead and work this problem out on your board, and let's hope the answer is correct. If you're not done, pause your video in 3, 2, 1. All right, there is our problem. 12, sorry, not 12. 2 times 7. We're just looking at the number in the ones place. 2 times 7 is 14. We're going to make another row at the bottom for the next one. 2 times 7 is 14. We move it to the tens place. We add that 0 at the end. Then 3 times 7 is 21, but we're moving it to the thousands place and we put zeros there. And all we have to do is just add going down. That is going to be our answer. I'm double checking that is correct. So that is one way of doing it. If not, you can do what we did yesterday. Let me get my annotation out so you can see where you're doing the butterfly effect. You can do it that way, whichever one is easier for you. You can do it that way to get your answer, or you can do it where you're, let me delete all this, where you're just, like I just said, 2 times 7 is 14. Then we move on to this 2 times 7. We put the 14 over here, but we need to add a 0 because there's an empty space there. And then the last one is 3 times 7. It's going to be 21. And then we just add zeros at the end because we need to put some space there. So that is how that one was done, whichever way is easier for you. Here's the next one. Work it out on your board. If you're not done working it out, pause your video in 3, 2, 1. All right, so 5 times 5 is 25. So that's how we got the answer. 5 times 5 is 25. Now we're going to move on to our 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Add a 0 at the end because we got to put space in the ones place. Then 5 times 1 is 5. It does go there because it's a 5, not 15 had 2 numbers, 2 digits in it. And at the end, we put 35 times 5. Sorry, I already said the answer. 7 times 5, and it's 35. All we do now is just add everything together, and that should have been your answer. You can still do the heart method, but it will start getting difficult to do it. You got that there, then you just have to go this way, then this way, and then this way. And that's how you do that. I think I want to start using that one. Okay, here is the next one. Work it out on your board. Okay, if you need more time, pause the video in 3, 2, 1. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. We're putting the 0 there because the 1 is in the tens place, so that's actually 30. 4 times 3 is 12. And 7 times 3 is 21. All we have to do is add everything together, and our answer is going to be, let me double check, that is correct, 22,239. Okay, application problem. Your application problem today is going to be on page 67. Oh, of course, it's on page 67. All right. Do your read and your draw. Do your read and your draw, and then we'll go over it. The principal wants to buy 8 pencils for every student at her school. If there are 859 students, how many pencils does the principal need to buy? There are 859 students, and each one needs 8 pencils. So you can do it this way, or you can write 859 8 times. Do the square, and in each one, and I'm not going to have enough. Hold on. I thought of something. Hold on. Okay. Can I draw? I mean, like an actual square. Probably not. Okay. 859. 859. 859. 859. I'm going to run out of space though. 859. 859. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2 more. 859. One more. 859. There we go. All right, so if I had these are not going to be perfect. I'm trying to do this quick. That is the way you would draw this. 859, 8 times. Or the way I just showed you a while ago, where you're going to put 859 times 8. The only problem with typing this out, it's not going to be the perfect. See how the 8's a little bit off? So those are your 2 ways of doing it, because she wants to give 8 pencils. Instead of me putting 8 in here 859 times, we can just do, okay, that's how many pencils? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just going to multiply. 9 times 8 is 72. I put my 2, carry my 7. Now I'm going to do the 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40, but with that 7, it's 47. Carry the 4. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 4 more is 68. So she's going to need to buy 6,872 pencils for her students that are going to lose them if we don't take care of our pencils, because I already have a lot of pencil missing in my room. Do you want to know how much teachers spend on pencils a year? It has been averaged to be over $100 that we spend on pencils a year. And that's not counting when your parents buy it for you guys and then you lose them. And I'm pretty sure they can even spend more than 100. Okay, I'm going to delete all this. So our sentence would be, the principal, never type it out for you. The principal will need to buy 6,872 pencils for her students. Okay, that's what you write in your right part. If you need to pause it, pause it. If not, I am going to start erasing all this. So if you need to pause, pause to finish writing this part. Because it's going to go. Pause it. If you're not done, pause it now. Okay, moving on. Concept development. We talked about this yesterday. This is your partial product. So there is our 2,374 times 5. We do 4 times 5 is 20. 7 times 5 is 35 at the 0. 3 times 5 is 15 at the 3 zeros. 2 zeros, my bad. And then 2 times 5 is 10, but we got to fill in all those zeros. So we're going to have all these zeros. We just add it up together. Let me make sure everything's correct. It looks correct. That is our answer. Standard algorithm is when we're just doing the heart. 2 times 4 is 20. We're going to put the 2 up here, the 0 down here. Remember, carrying the 2. 3 times 5 is 35. Plus 2 more is going to be 37. Carry the 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 3 more is going to be 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 more is 11. And that should be the same answer. Whichever one you are comfortable with is the one that you need to use. Okay, here's the next one. Work it out on your board. Okay, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it in 3, 2, 1. 2 times 9 is 18, so you're writing 18. Here's the difference between partial and standard. In partial, you're writing the answer. We're not carrying anything. You're just writing your number. 2 times 9 is 18. Now we start a next row. What is 8 times 9? It's 72. We have to jump to our tens place, but since it's 72, the 7 has to go in front. And we put a 0. Then there's nothing in the hundreds because 9 times 0 is 0, so we don't have to do that one. And then 3 times 9 is 27. We write 27, put all the zeros, add it up. There's your answer. Or partial is when we break it down. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. And we're just carrying. This is our carrying side. Okay. Here's the next one. Work it out on your board. I'm trying to go fast and I'm not going fast enough. If there's more after this one, I'm going to have to skip because I still need to do 11 with you before tomorrow's test. If you need to pause the video, pause it now in 3, 2, 1. 7 times 6 is 42. We put 2 at the bottom, carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 more is going to be 10. We put the 0 at the bottom, carry the 1. 8 times 6 is 40. Wait. 8. Carry the 1, it's 9, and then there's your answer. 3 is 18, 19, 22, 1, 22. Yes, okay. Just double checking that's correct. All right, moving on. We're going to skip this one too. Problem set. All right, we're moving on to problem set. Okay, problem set. is going to be on page, I'm going to write the page number down, so if it lets me. Your problem set is going to be on page 69. Should write it over here because this is where I'm going to put what you need to do. Okay, page 69. And I want you to do, let me see, number 1, all of it. On page 70, pick one to do. Only do one. Only do one on page 70. So you can either do number, I'm going to put it like that so you don't get confused. You can either do number 1, number 2, or number 3. You pick which one, sorry, number 2, 3, or 4. So on page 70, you pick if you want to do number 2, number 3, or number 4. And that is it for that. So I am going to go ahead, since I'm here at school, I'm going to try to do this super quick. I'm going to put a 10-minute timer. I'm trying to be super quick and this thing is slow. 10. Okay, don't do it then. 10-minute timer. Oh, I just saw Jack here. All right, so I'm going to use this one. Ooh, it's spooky. Hold on, I gotta save. Copy, put it in here, insert. I want to teach you how to do this. If you ever need to do a slide and need to insert a video, if you're paying attention, you'll know how to do it. Okay. Hold on. Okay, there's my timer. And I'm going to lower the volume. I don't want to mute it because I don't know if it's going to mute me then. Okay, so, and your timer starts as soon as I can see it now. Okay, 10-minute timer. You have 7 minutes and 29 seconds. 6 minutes. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 4:40. Oh, 3 minutes. 2 minutes left. One more minute left. If you finish before then, you're already done. Do not tear out your paper. Do not tear out your paper. Keep it in your workbook. From now on, it's going to stay in your workbook. Miss Spawn will tell you what to do with it next week. Everything's going to be different now. Keep it in your workbook. Okay. Time is up. Like I said, keep it in your workbook. Do not take it out. Do not take it out. If you need more time, you can pause the time. You can pause the video in 3, 2, 1. We're moving on. All right. We're moving on to the exit ticket. Your exit ticket is on page 71. Page 71. Page 71. Okay, you only have those two problems and then a word problem at the bottom. Go ahead and get started on it. This one I am going to let you be. You can pause the video now. I'm supposed to give you 3 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. So pause the video now. And when you're done with your exit ticket, remember, do not pull it out of your workbook and then hit play again. So you're going to pause when I tell you to pause. And then when you're done with it, hit play again because we're moving on. And you can pause me in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on because I need to get some of lesson 11 in so that you don't have too much to do tomorrow. Okay, so I'm kind of going to go a little bit faster on 11. All right. Same thing we've been doing all week. Going up to the thousands now. 4 times 2 is 8. Add your 3 zeros at the end. We've already discussed that. For this one, I'm just going to go over with you. We're not going to stop. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So your answer is 8,624. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. 30 times 3 is 9. 0 times 3 is 0. 2,000 times 3, just look at the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Add 3 zeros at the end. And then here, 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. So that is going to be your answer. 2 times 4 is 8. 10 times 4 is 40. 200 times 4 is 800. 2,000 times 4, same thing. You can put as many zeros as you want. If you know what 2 times 4 is, put the 8, just add the same amount of zeros at the end. And then for this one, 4 times 2 is 3. Sorry, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 12. 4 times 0 is 0, but we got to carry that 1 from the 12. And then 4 times 2 is 8. So that doesn't look right. It should be 8. That's not right. That is not right. We're going to skip that one. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 0 is 0. 200 times 4 is 8. 3 times, sorry guys, I'm tired. 3,000 times 4 is 12,000. And then this one, 4 times 3 is 12. So it should be a 2. 4 times 0 is 0, but we got that 1 from the 12. We bring it down. 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3, we just put the 12 down. There we go. That is the correct answer. Okay, fluency. All right, we got our partial, we got our place value, and we have our algorithm. So this is what partial looks like. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8, but we're putting that 0 at the end, and that gives us 86. With the discs, we got 43, but we need 2 sets of 43. So we got 43 and 43. We added together to get 86. And then we have our standard algorithm where we just do the heart. So those are your 3 ways to answer this problem. Okay, here's the next one. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. We got to put the 0 at the end. Gives us 108. Now we got our disc. We got 54. We need 2 sets of 54. All we do is count. Remember, we're going to have to bundle. If we have too many in here, if we have 10, we have to bundle and put over here so we can get 108. And this is our heart to get 108. Skipping this one. Application problem. Application problem is on page 73. Don't you just love my handwriting? If my computer was touchscreen, it would be a lot neater. Write the equation for an area of each rectangle. Find the sum of the 2 areas. So we have 8 over here and a 3. So 30 times 8 is going to be, I'm going to type it in. That's going to be, I want to say, okay, my brain is not brainy right now. And then we know that this side is also 8 because it's over here. So then 4 times 8 is going to be 32. So then we already know we have to find the sum of the 2 areas. So what are we going to have to do? We're just going to have to add 240 plus 32. And as you can see, it's a little off. It's a little off. So we do the math. And we already know that length times width is what we just did here. There's our 240, just like I wrote. Do it over here. There's my answer again. Add it together, just like I did, and it's going to give us that answer. That is how you do that. Both areas together are going to be that. All right. Sorry, I'm going fast, but I'm trying to finish this. All right, now concept development. Let's just do these real quick. I know I'm going way over that I wanted to do, but we got to finish all this because on Friday you just have your test to do. So probably I'll leave the problem sets for Friday and I'll do it at home so y'all can see Chloe. But let's just do these real quick and we'll be done. So 8 times 2 is 16. Add the 2 zeros because we have 2 zeros at the end. And that is how you do that. Now look at this one. We have a lot to do here. Oh, they've already been done for you. 8 times 2 is 16. Add the 2 zeros. 8 times 3 is 24. Add the 0. 8 times 4 is 32. So all you're doing is, look at this. It's an expanded notation. Add it all together. And that is your answer. That is the area of all 3 rectangles. So you have to multiply these two, get the answer. Multiply these two, get the answer. Multiply these two, get the answer. Add them all together to get your answer. Then with the partial, you can, there's another way you can do it. You can add all the numbers at the top and multiply it by 8. And then you're going to do your partial to get the same answer. Is it the same? Hold on. Yes, it is. Okay. Here's another one. 4 times 3 is 12. Put 2 zeros. 4 times 10 is 40. And then 4 times 6 is 24. So now we add it all together to get our area total. Partial. 6 times 4 is 24. Write the whole thing at the bottom. Skip the next row. 4 times 4, 1 is 4, but put a 0 at the end. 3 times 4 is 12, and put the zeros to fill in the blanks. The reason we're putting zeros is we're trying to fill in those empty spots. We don't want empty spots. And then your standard algorithm is your heart. And you do have to carry. You always have to carry on the heart. So here's another example, because you're probably going to see this on the test that you guys are taking on Friday. Tomorrow after the video I'm going to show you, I will go over some of the questions on the test for you. So these are 2 ways of getting answers with your multiplication. Okay, this says a cafeteria makes 4,408 lunches each day. How many lunches are made Monday through Friday? Well, how many days are there Monday through Friday? Those are 5 days. So you're just getting that number, multiplying it by 5. Here's my area model again. 5 times 4,000 is going to be 20,000. 5 times 400 is going to be 2,000. And then 5 times 8 is going to be 40. Add it all together. There's your answer. You want to do partial. If you do partial, 8 times 5 is 40. There's nothing here for 5 times 0. So we go on to the next one. 5 times 4 is 20. Fill in the zeros. And then again, 4 times 5 is 20. Fill in the zeros. Gets you the answer. And then you have your standard algorithm where when you do the heart. This is the one you do have to carry that, whatever the number is, to the other side. And same answers. You pick and choose which one you want to do. We are going to stop here, and we will do our problem set Friday morning, right before the test. So you're going to do your problem set, you're going to do your exit ticket, and then after that, I will do a quick review with you and talk to you about the test before you take the test. And that is it. All right, guys, sorry these videos are taking so long, but I do want you to get all the information you need for the test, because this is my last time doing this with you guys. Sorry. Yes, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know if the question thing that I asked you worked. I haven't checked to see if y'all did it. I will check it later on, but it's almost time to leave because it is right now 2. Can you see? Can you see? It is 2:43. So I got to go help Miss Cisneros with that group. I'm going to be helping with dinner. So I need to get off of this. But have a good day, guys. I will see you later. And next time I'll have Chloe with me because I know y'all miss Chloe. Okay. Bye.